Hi, welcome to the Watch and Whisper channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. And please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing my videos at the end of this video. Well, today we're going to talk about another hot topic, which is NeNe Leakes. Actually, her name is Lanithia Monique Leakes. And she's known to the world as NeNe Leakes from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, she is being sued in the state of North Carolina by her boyfriend, Mr. Yoni Co. She's being sued by his wife in North Carolina. Now, for those of you who don't know, she's being sued for alienation of affection. And in North Carolina, it's called the home wrecker law. Well, that law actually started in the 1800s, and it was when women were still considered the property of their husband. And right now, there's only 6 states that recognize this law, and that is still on the books, and it's still legal. And that is North Carolina, Mississippi, Utah, Hawaii, South Dakota. So in those states, someone could still sue an outside party if they feel like they're the reason that their marriage is breaking up. So just so you know, there was a gentleman in North Carolina that sued another man for having an affair with his wife and was awarded more than $8 million for damages under the home wrecker law, or the correct terminology is alienation of affection. And that is what NeNe is being sued for, alienation of affection. Now, I actually watched some of Chronicle Speaks video, and she was able to get a copy of the documents, and she went through all of it on her channel for Chronicle Speaks. And she broke down all of the parts. I think it was more than like 8 pages in this lawsuit. Supposedly, she's already been served. She has 30 days to respond to the the lawsuit she was served. In the documents, it says that there was wrongful interference in the marriage. Now, the wife is stating that they have an 11-year-old son, and since he owns property in North Carolina, sued NeNe, in North Carolina for alienation of affection. The wife claims that Yoni and NeNe continually post tactless and insensitive pictures online, causing her embarrassment. They had a very active sex life before NeNe came on the scene. She said that Yoni didn't notify her when he was traveling internationally with NeNe. He went to Ghana and I think some other places, but she said that he didn't tell her that he was going with NeNe. She was aware that he was going, but he never said he was going with NeNe. She also found out that he was traveling domestically with NeNe, and he would just lie to her and tell her he was going other places or going with other people. And she found out that he was actually with NeNe when all of this was going on. The wife says that he has continually lied to her, and NeNe is the cause of all of this. And these acts have taken him away from her and their son. And she says that there's been a loss of affection, loss of support, mental anguish, loss of sex, and emotional distress. Now, all of these were in the court documents that she filed in North Carolina. The wife states that her marriage deteriorated once NeNe came on the scene and started dating her husband. Now, for all of you who do not know, NeNe was married to Greg Leakes, who was also, he wasn't a cast member on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but he was a fan favorite. Everybody loved Greg Leakes. And he died last year, I think after battling, colon cancer. And shortly thereafter, she went public dating this gentleman named Yoni. And he just kind of popped up from out of nowhere to us. Well, to me, let me say that. I don't know if anybody else knew the man. I didn't. I had never seen him before. But to my understanding, he's some type of stylist or a tailor or something in that arena. And he's been dating NeNe. And NeNe started dating him shortly after Greg passed away. Now, a lot of people were just in an uproar like, what is NeNe doing dating already? Well, in my opinion, she could have started dating him when she left the funeral, because once someone is dead, you're single. And everybody grieves differently. No one knows what were the conversations between Greg and NeNe before he passed away. And he might have told NeNe, go on and live your life. You're still a young woman. Go and live the best life that you can live. Enjoy yourself. Find someone that's going to love you the way you deserve to be loved. Who knows what he told NeNe? And if she decided to go out on a date as soon as she left the funeral, she was well within her right to do so. But that's another video for another time. But she was, you can't knock her for going on and living her life. Now, if she chose to go do it with a married man, that's a different story. But hey, everybody, and including myself, has done something we shouldn't have been doing. So we're not going to knock her for that. But this video is about the wife suing her in North Carolina. I just wonder what is NeNe going to do. She has 30 days to respond. So I wonder, how is she going to respond? Because the wife is saying that she's the reason that she has lost a lot in her marriage. And the husband is pretty much a ghost. I really hope he's being a good father to the son, even though him and the wife may be broken up, separated, whatever you want to call it, because clearly the wife said they are not divorced. So we'll see how that's going to work out. Now, if you remember, back in 2009, 2010, the same thing happened with Fantasia. How many of you remember when Fantasia started dating this dude named Antoine Cook? She met him in a T-Mobile store. Next thing you know, it was all over the news that the wife, her name was Paula Cook, she filed or she was seriously considering filing alienation of affection lawsuit against Fantasia, because she said Fantasia was the reason the husband decided to break up with her. Now, Fantasia adamantly states that this guy, Antoine, told her that he was separated from his wife and he was not going back. Separated still means married. So I guess the wife still had grounds to file. Now, what the wife did do, the wife had her attorneys call Fantasia into the divorce proceedings and have Fantasia testify, because she feels like Fantasia was one of the reasons that her marriage was dissolving. Well, long story short, to my understanding, I guess somebody can go and check it out. I'm not really that invested. That she did not file the alienation of affection lawsuit against Fantasia. But she and Antoine, if I'm remembering right, ended up getting back together. But Fantasia went on to have a baby. Fantasia said she dated this Antoine guy for like 11 months. And she was under the impression he was separated because he wasn't living in the home with the wife. At the time, he had a 6-year-old son and a 2-year-old son with the wife when they were going through this divorce. And the wife was contemplating filing suit against Fantasia. Now, either she did, or at the last minute she decided not to. I'm not really sure how that panned out, but I do remember all of this big media scandal behind Fantasia and this guy and alienation of affection. And she does live in North Carolina. So Fantasia ended up having a baby shortly thereafter, and I think that's the child's father. I'm not 100% certain, so I shouldn't have even said that much, because I don't know, I wasn't there. But she does have a child that's around that age, 10, 11, somewhere in that range. Cute little boy. I think his name is, I don't even remember. I think it's Dallas. I'm not certain. But anyway, Fantasia has gone on to get married to a gentleman named Kendall, and she seems like she's very in love, and that's fantastic for Fantasia. But back to Miss NeNe. Let's keep a watch on this and see what NeNe is going to do with this lawsuit that's been filed against her. She was just talking about it like it wasn't nothing. I'm like, okay, we're going to see how this is going to turn out. Well, all right, I'll talk to y'all later. This is G Butterfly coming to you live from the couch because I'm tired. I did a lot of yard work earlier today. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.